Aquarius, hi, how are you doing? If you're new here, my name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel. I go through all the astrology transit highlights for each week, for each sign to help you get in alignment with the cosmos, basically. I also end with an energetic card pull to talk about the opportunities that you'll have available for the week ahead. And what else? Oh, I use Central Standard Time, so change it to your time zone accordingly. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you always know when I upload these videos. But this is a big week. It's eclipse week. I am feeling this eclipse energy on such a different woo-woo level than I can even explain on here. Feeling human is hard right now. But let's just get into it. Monday, September 15th, we wake up with a Cancer moon. And what I love about Monday is we have Venus making a sextile to Mars at 10 p.m. So this transit is applying all day. This is an action-orientated transit where when you take action, you can reap the benefits. And with Venus making a sextile to Mars, this is action on your partnerships and relationships. This is action on where you're looking to grow and expand. This is action on your spirituality. So there are tons of action items here for you to use. And Venus is relationships. It also is pleasure. It's joy. It's sitting in your seventh house right now. So other people are really prominent in your life. Like you're going to find pleasure through other people. And Mars in the drive for you right now is your growth, your expansion, your beliefs. So these two are working together if you choose to take action on it. Tuesday, September 16th, we wake up with a Cancer moon. And, with Cancer moons, you guys just might naturally feel more busy. This is the sixth house of daily routine. Just getting some things that maybe you've been putting off done is always really great for you during Cancer moons. And we have the Cancer moon make a conjunction to Jupiter at 7 a.m., which is a really great transit. It's just... it's feel good. It's your emotions, your growth, your expansion, your optimism, all on the same page. So you're just like waking up on the right side of the bed. We also have the Cancer moon square Mars at 6 p.m. This transit could be a little bit of, squares are here for change. That's what they're here for. They create tension so you can see where things aren't working in your life and what needs to be changed. So it's just your daily routine, your time management, maybe not on the same page as where you're looking to grow and expand in this life. So just keep an eye out for those themes. We also have the Cancer moon sextile Mercury at 8 p.m. I really love this when it comes to basically your emotions in your mind being on the same page. It could involve your physical health. It could involve your daily routine. It could also involve money as well. Like your mind's on your money, money on my mind, like type of energy. It could involve intimacy, being intimate, having a great intimate conversation with the other could really benefit you around 8 p.m. on Tuesday. We also have the Cancer moon trine Saturn at 10 p.m. And, these are your work houses. You might already be asleep at this time, but if you wanted to utilize this energy in any way, this would be what resources are you using when it comes to making money and incorporating them into your daily routine and work. It could also just feel good to do work, put your feelings aside, and get some work done. Wednesday, September 17th, we will wake up with a Leo moon, and the Leo moon is going to trine Neptune at 2 a.m., sextile Uranus at 3 a.m., and oppose Pluto at 3 a.m. This energy is happening mostly at night, so you could experience a little insomnia. You could experience a little bit of just with your dreams could be a little bit weird. These are outer planets, so it is more collective energy. So it kind of depends on if you feel collective energy or not. But just know that Wednesday all day with the Leo moon, your focus is partnerships and relationships, your emotional focus. And we also have on Wednesday, Mercury opposed Saturn at 1 p.m. This could be, a frustrating transit. Oppositions are here to show us what is out of balance in our lives. I don't know why that was so hard to say, but they're here to show us what's out of balance, and they're looking for realignment with that. Mercury is your mind, Saturn is your long-term commitments, restrictions in your life, and it's happening at 1 p.m., so you're probably going to be feeling this transit all day. If you feel a little bit of struggle, these are your money houses, so there could be, for example, say you want to invest in something, but you don't have the money to invest. Like, that's just a simple example, but this can be played out in tons of different ways when it comes to your money and other people's money, somebody you're dating's money, a marriage, like something within the marriage could play out this day that just like there's miscommunication there, something like that. Tuesday, September 18th, we wake up with a Leo moon. And what's really great about Tuesday is we have Mercury entering into Libra at 5 a.m. So you're going to wake up with this energy. Mercury in Libra for you Aquarius is all about your growth, your expansion, your beliefs, traveling, education. Like, this is a great time these next 3 weeks for you to study a new subject, learn something new, something that inspires you, that lights you up inside. Also, meditation, really getting into your spiritual practices, as the ninth house is the house of God, the house of spirituality. A lot of people have spiritual awakenings when they have huge transits to the ninth house. And with Mercury in Libra, you are going to feel more balanced in your thoughts and how you go about things. Like, it's almost like devil's advocate energy. Like, you see things one way and you see things the other way. Like, there is no black and white with this, and that's what I love. I'm natally a Mercury in Libra. I always see things both ways. So this is like that collective energy that you're going to be feeling. But Thursday specifically, we do have Mercury opposing Neptune at 5 p.m. So this can give us a little bit of fog. A little bit of brain fog. Like, Neptune is a planet that loves flow and it doesn't like force. So there could be something here, especially since these are your mental houses, the third and the ninth house, where something just is off mentally. Maybe you're a little forgetful this day. Time moves slow. Time moves really fast. My recommendation as an action item here is just go with the flow. Don't push your mind any farther than it needs to go. If you start pushing your mind on Thursday, it's not going to feel good and it might be met with some resistance. Friday, September 19th, we wake up with a Leo moon, but we do have Mercury making a trine to Uranus at 12 a.m. and a trine to Pluto at 1:30 a.m. These are nighttime transits. We also have the Leo moon make a sextile to Mars at 3:30 a.m. So we do have this Mercury and Libra energy. And it's making this beautiful trine to the transformation planets, Pluto, about finding the power within you and where you're putting the power outside of yourself, and Uranus, the planet that is, full of breakthroughs. So there could be some dreams that night, or even late into Thursday night, some breakthroughs when it comes to your creativity and what actually brings you joy when it comes to your sense of self and your growth and your expansion. But we have the Leo moon sextiling Mars at 3:30 a.m. as well. This gives us a little boost of energy. So if you end up waking up at this time, just know that Mars is messing around with the moon pretty much. But I would recommend, if you have a busy day on Friday, Thursday the day before, if you are somebody that does feel a lot of energy during transits, work out your body and work out your mind so that you get tired and you sleep through the night. We have the Leo moon making a conjunction to Venus at 7:20 a.m. This is beautiful Venusian energy, confidence, Venusian. Like, this is a beautiful time, like, to wake up and love your partner, honestly. Like, it's your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Or if you want to make a business deal early in the morning, or put something together, like a brunch for friend groups. Like, this is just beautiful relationship energy. We do have the moon moving into Virgo at 7:23 a.m. and then Venus moving into Virgo at 7:39 a.m. This energy is going to feel like a complete switch up when it comes from that Leo energy to like that Virgo energy, which is a little bit more critical. So just watch out for that while Venus is in Virgo, of being overcritical, especially if you're married, like, to your partner, to yourself, like, too, as well, but because it is going into the 8th house of marriage, but it's also going into this deep transformation house. So you Aquariuses are going to be going through a deep transformation over the next 3 weeks, but in a pleasant way, because Venus adds a pleasure factor. So if you do have trauma when it comes to relationships, this will be the time to dig, because it's not going to feel as heavy, okay? Any relationships, could be previous partnerships, it could be relationships growing up. It doesn't really matter, because the 8th house is where sex and death lives. So it's trauma. Like, that's it. A lot of, just know that it will be more pleasurable to dig into your trauma during this time. And we are going to start to feel on Friday the heightened energy of this new moon eclipse in Virgo. And this new moon eclipse in Virgo that we are going to be feeling, like, we're already feeling it. You might already be feeling it. Eclipse energy can last You can feel it way before, you can feel it after. But when I talk about like feeling the energy, I mean the heightened energy will be as soon as the moon goes into Virgo. So you might feel this Friday, and we have the Virgo moon making a square to Uranus at 10 a.m. And this energy right here, Uranus, it's unpredictable. The only predictable thing about Uranus is it's unpredictable. So there could be something random when it comes to your creativity. There could be something random when it comes to your marriage. And I'm talking about like you changing perspectives in an emotional focus. Like your emotional focus is changing perspectives and you're feeling things differently. Saturday, September 20th, we will wake up with a Virgo moon, and we have Venus square Uranus at 11 a.m. And this is an interesting one for you guys because it's your creativity, your joy, your pleasure, children as well, squaring off with the 8th house, which is all about occulty practices, sex, death, other people's money, investments, intimacy, marriage. Like the 8th house just rules so much freaking shit. You know, and a square does create tension so that you create change. So Saturday is full of changes, but the thing is Venus is a benefic planet. Uranus is random. You don't really know what's going to happen, and it's happening at 11 a.m. Saturday, September 20th during a Virgo moon. Okay, because we're building to this new moon energy. So this, this energy isn't good or bad. I just want you to know that. And what I would do is, Venus is in your 8th house. It is in a mystical house. If you want to use the benefits of, Venus, I would meditation. And anytime Venus enters any mystical house, meditation is great. Healing trauma is great in the 8th house. You also have Jupiter right now, transit Jupiter in your 6th house of your daily routine. So making sure that you are, creating joy into your daily routine. Aquarius is going to be important as well. All right, Sunday, September 21st, the big day. We have the new moon eclipse, and it's happening at 2:54 p.m. And, this eclipse is a new beginning in that 8th house, which rules so much, but we do have Venus present there. It's not in a tight conjunction, but we also have Saturn opposing it. So whatever new beginning that you're starting right now, it might be like it's going to take some time to start this new beginning because Saturn does create restrictions. This is the money houses. There might be restrictions on money. There might be new beginnings on money, maybe new investments coming in. Maybe you get a raise. Where are you spending your time? Where are you investing your time when it comes to your money? You know what I mean? There might be some aha moments with that as well. This also is the house of marriage too, the 8th house here, and intimacy. So this might not have anything to do with money, this new beginning, Aquarius. This could be a new intention when it comes to what does intimacy mean to you and how do you define intimacy, and are you looking to be more intimate with your partner, or are you looking to find a partner and have that close intimacy? And intimacy doesn't have to be like, this is the house of sex, but like it doesn't have to be like romantic. It can also be friendships. Like, who is intimate with you in your life, and how do you want to expand on that? Do you feel like you're close enough, or, so it can go that way too. Like the 8th house just involves a lot of freaking shit. In each Aquarius, you guys are going to be so different depending on your other placements. That's what I've noticed with 8th house transits or new moons or full moons in the 8th house is, yes, they involve that house, but the other planets, especially sun and moon, I would look at your sun and moon videos as well. Because it's usually like a mixture of things added onto it, because the 8th house as a whole really is just you understanding yourself on a deeper level. Yes, money shit can happen, but you understanding yourself on a deep level, and usually that involves understanding your moon and your sun, right? Your sun is your identity. It's what you're growing into, and your moon is your emotions and your intuition. So they're all part of you. I mean, you can even read for your Venus too, honestly, if you're because does involve intimacy and relationships if you wanted to read for that. But this is a big new moon, meaning that it's going to feel quiet, it's going to feel calm, unless you have Virgo and Pisces placements around the 29th degree. So keep in mind that too. Like everybody's different, but this is a more calm new moon, and it's just because of Saturn's presence, it's very emotionally distant, and Virgo is a mutable sign. So whatever change that's looking to be made, I know you're a fixed sign, Aquarius. I'm Leo rising, so I understand your energy with the fixed energy. But this new moon is giving, okay, let's change. You know, like, okay, let's do it. Like Virgo energy is like, yeah, it's mutable. Like, let's change, let's do it. Just be really careful when it comes to being overcritical of yourself. That is going to be the biggest thing. Like, catch those little thoughts in your brain when it comes to just like, you know, talking shit about yourself or maybe judging others. Maybe you're judging others really hard because usually when we judge others a lot, it means that we secretly judge ourselves for everything, in my experience. So just keep that in mind, Aquarius, going into this new moon. And we will have a balsamic moon right before it. So the balsamic moon is so freaking dark. And it's really about like purging your energy and going within and understanding yourself on a deep, deep level. Like this is a big new beginning for you. It's 29th degree is the anaretic degree. So it is pretty big. All right, I'm doing an energetic card pull. Ooh, I love how that card was just on the bottom. I'm doing an energetic card pull, so pick one or two and talk about the opportunity that's available for you next week or both, and take what resonates and leave the rest. Ooh, that is interesting. I had to take a sip of this water. Oh, okay. This is, you have an opportunity next week to have abundance and prosperity with the other. This could be through marriage. This could be through an intimate, like a romantic relationship. This could also be like a friendship. So just know, like heating up here a little bit. Oh, getting hot. Just know, like channeling this energy, like it feels sexy, it feels steamy. Like just know that this energy for you it's available. It's available. Like you have the world in your hands. Like this is about receiving, really, like receiving love, receiving that like being grateful for what you have, but you have like an opportunity to really receive and receive the energy that you're looking for when it comes to love. And it could be a friendship, but I see it as more of an intimate relationship. Oh. So number 2. Wow. You're going to have an opportunity next week, number 2, when it comes to finances and investments. What I'm getting is I'm getting like it might be having compassion for other people in their situation. It doesn't mean feeling bad for them. But like, so there's kind of like 2 messages here. There's like more of like this like earthly 3D world one where it comes to there is going to be a financial opportunity for you next week. And then there's another one here for number 2s, and it might be the same. When it comes to, you're going to have the option to grow your compassion next week. And it might have to do with other people's financial standings. It may not. It just like I'm just hearing compassion is like not necessarily feeling what they're feeling, but it's more like seeing the world through their eyes. That's what I'm seeing. So there's like 2 messages for number 2. So take what resonates, leave the rest, and Aquarius, I will see you next week.